Well, hello there.
And welcome.
Welcome. We are so excited about this open house event. We've been just putting so much time and energy and love into everything about this. And the thing we're most excited about is that you are here. So welcome. We came on a couple minutes early just to say hello, do some sound checks.
That's right. Make sure everything is all set up. Make sure you have your tea.
Yes.
We have our tea.
What tea do we have?
You have an Earl Grey, and I have kind of a Hoji.
You made us different teas.
I made us different teas.
I asked for caffeine.
Yeah, we have different caffeine levels. So some of us don't metabolize caffeine very well, and I'm one of those people. So I have a very low caffeine intake.
And this is something we're going to get into about essential oils down the road in this presentation, but everyone has a different tolerance for essential oils too.
Right.
I tend to have a high tolerance for lots of things. And Karen has just a really sensitive system, which is so good to know about our unique things. And I'm envious of your sensitive system.
Well, don't be envious.
I want 1 cup of tea to do it.
So anyways, you have my water over here as well, and we can't wait to show you around and tell you all about our ACP program.
We would love to know where you're tuning in from. We see so many, if you see us looking down and over, we see your comments to the left. So if we're always just staring over here, that's what's happening. We see you're here in the camera, that we see your comments over here, and we love to just interact and see what's going on. So we'd love to know where you're tuning in from. We are coming from the Bitterroot Valley here in Western Montana, and a very, very exciting thing is all over the forests, we're just right where we are in the studio, arnica starting to come up.
It is the arnica season, and you know what I noticed? I noticed that first, the buttercups come.
Yes.
And second, the arnica comes.
Yes.
Third, the balsam root is now up and almost ready to bloom.
Yes.
And then I start seeing the purple flowers.
I know, it's the yellow flowers, whoosh, come up, and then purple.
And then the red
yeah
comes. It's really interesting to me to see how the different color palettes start coming through in the springtime.
Yes. We just again wanted to say a warm hello. We see all of these folks who are, hello, Lori from Alaska. We've got Kendra from Southwest Virginia. And hello, April from Maine. April was out foraging and over inside of our Natural Living Club, graciously offered some of her herbs.
Wow.
And infusion to folks who are around her, which was pretty cool. I hope someone took you up on that.
That's very cool.
It's very cool. And hello, Mama Aromas. Hello, Chris. So nice to see you here. Hello, Pam. We're just, again, so happy that you're here. Hello, Wendy Smith. For Wendy, it's 5 a.m.
Whoa, Wendy.
Thank you for being here, Wendy.
I was almost up at 5 a.m. this morning.
I was up at 5 a.m. and then I just decided to not get up.
If you get the Thriving Aromatherapist newsletter this morning, you'll find out why I get up early.
I love that. I was reading it in bed today. I had both dogs.
Close your eyes and go back to bed.
I was reading
Get out there.
Get out there. If this is your very first live event with us, that is something that's very special. So if you could pop in a number 1 into the chat. If this is your first time with us, I'm Jenny. This is Karen. And we are going to be telling you more about ourselves and our stories. I was like, I'm Jenny and this is Karen, but you were busy reading.
I was just reading Rena's comment. And this is why I have to, when we start actually getting into our information, I quit looking because Rena was saying she's at over 8,200 feet in Colorado. And I was like, whoa, that is high elevation.
That is high elevation. That is amazing.
And the comment whipped past, but and then just as you were saying that, but yes, I am Karen, and we'll introduce ourselves a little bit more in just a little bit.
A big goal for us, and we'll get into it with our slides, we're going to be telling you a lot of stories today. A lot of stories about us and Aromahead, and then we want to hear about your stories. We're pretty excited. Look at all of these first timers with us. Hello, Michelle and Kendra and Lasagna and Aldith. Jennifer, Joan.
Jenny is an English major. She taught English for many years, so it's really important for her to pronounce names correctly.
It just is so important to me. That's why I wish we were all in one big room together and you could tell me your name and then I can say it the way it's supposed to be said. So if I am not saying it correct or we are not, you can always type it in phonetically. We will never be offended. We want to say them. We want to say your beautiful names correctly.
You have Jennifer and Joan and Dawn and Sharon and Chris.
Amazing.
And then it
And
skipped.
Joe and Annabelle and Pam. Civi, amazing. Well, you're definitely in the right place. If you love essential oils, you are definitely in the right place. And we're so excited to have you here. So let's go ahead and kick off because I want to get into learning more about you. Even if you've been with us for 15 years, I want to know more about you and where you're coming from and how we can work together over the next year to really support each other in our journeys. Whether you're working as a clinical aromatherapist or you're just starting out with your very first essential oil, this is the perfect place to be to learn and grow. And we want to know more about you and your goals.
That's right. We've kind of taken a different stance towards our program that we're offering right now and bringing in some different experiences for you. So we'll talk about those later on. And some of you already know about them.
Yes, so it'll be a review.
It'll be a review.
All right, well, let's go ahead and transition over to slides. We want to give you a really warm welcome. This is our open house event where we are going to go over and introduce to you our aromatherapy certification program and how it can be so transformative in bringing you towards how to work with plant-based medicine with essential oils in a really powerful way, combined with enrolling in our program and joining our community. And so we're going to tell you both about the program and more importantly, how this program can help you with your goals and to achieve those goals. So you're in the right place if any of that sounded exciting to you, and we are very excited that you're here.
That's right. A lot of us are here for so many different reasons.
Yes.
And I was thinking back about my journey and how I just felt so good about supporting, my family members with health issues. And I was really excited to learn about essential oils those years ago.
Absolutely. Now, one quick thing, we've got potential new students who are here wanting to learn about, is certification right for me? Is this the time for me to become a certified aromatherapist? And then we have folks who are in our certification program already through the Aromahead Institute, and we have graduates here. So if you are a graduate or a current student, just let us know in the chat. Pop in a 3 if you're a graduate or you are a current student. Pop in a 3. If you're here to explore if it's your time to become a certified aromatherapist, you're interested in enrolling, just say yes in the chat. Just yes in the chat. I am here to figure out if this is the right next step for me. And I love this quote from William Butler Yeats. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And that is a huge focus of our work here at the Aromahead Institute. We love aromatherapy education. We love connecting people with oils and ideas and techniques and strategies and recipes to really ignite something real within your life and your community, your home, your family, the people you interact with. And we really want to create that special connection with plants and with essential oils for yourself and those you care about.
So you asked a question.
I did.
And can you refresh me?
Yes. So folks who are popping in 3s are saying that they are in our certification program.
Great.
Or they've graduated. Those who are saying yes, they're interested in becoming a student today, which is very exciting.
Okay. Thank you. I saw lots of 3s and lots of yeses. And as we know, I can get into the chat. So
I love that. I love that. So thank you for popping those. We love these live events to really just really reach through the camera to wherever you're sitting. We want to know as much about you as we possibly can. We've got our slides. We've got the things we want to do, but we have our eye on chat. We have our eye on what you are saying, interacting, and putting in, and we are fluid with the presentation because we want it to be specifically for you. We want it to be a message that's going to reach you today.
Our ACP current students and graduates are here supporting what is happening today, supporting those who are really excited about becoming students of the aromatherapy certification program.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite things before we really hop into slides here, one of my very favorite things is going through the certification program with different groups of students. New classes of students come in, and I love just going through the program again and again and again. It's so refreshing, and I'm always learning something new, and I've been through it so many times.
That's right. Well, we have some yeses. We have Kendra and Maria, Ginger.
Amazing.
Don't dim. as well. We've got Jennifer who is wanting to keep learning, and that's what this is what it's all about, is to keep learning.
We've got don't dim to fit in.
Thank you.
Don't dim your light to fit in. What an amazing, I love that handle. Thank you so much.
And Maria and Jacqueline and Vivian. Oh, Ice loves beauty.
I love that.
I like that. Kathy and so many, Margot and Tijuana.
Yeah, that
Did I
looks
say
good to
that
me.
right?
Again, let us know if we can, Cecilia. And can I, as much as I would like to go and read every name, and
I know,
I'm seeing every
here.
name. Can we go to our empowerment blend?
Yes, let's go to our slides.
Yes.
And we have put together a very special blend on a very special passive diffusion, which we'll tell you about. In our empowerment blend, we're using 5 drops of our frankincense oil, 5 drops of lavender oil, and this is the Lavandula angustifolia, 5 drops of sweet orange oil, and we put this blend together so that we would have a grounded but yet an empowered spirit. So our frankincense brings a steady, sacred energy. Lavender offers that beautiful balance and clarity to our choices, and sweet orange is very uplifting, very encouraging. It's optimism in a nutshell and helps to maintain and build our confidence. We're just going to use 5 drops of each of these oils in our passive diffusion. And let's do that right now. Let's come back and put these oils together. I love the passive diffusion because we're kind of in a small space here.
Yes.
Whoops, this is my little buddy here I keep forgetting about.
We just got new mics, which if you've been with us for a while, is we are always trying to improve sound. So I still name mine Margot. You could come up with your name.
I haven't yet.
If you want to help Karen name her mic, you can pop in some suggestions.
Yeah, what is my mic's name?
I'm still with Margot.
So a passive diffusion, we're getting the essential oils, and in this case, we're putting them on spheres. And these spheres are going to be very special. And some of our graduates and ACP students have these spheres already. And what you do is, these are just little ceramic balls. Some of them have neat little designs on them. And you just sprinkle your essential oils around. So on top of them, we put 5 of our sweet orange. Whoops, I got all 5 on one. So I added a little more. And then we're going to put 5 drops of lavender in here. And I like to put these in my closet. I like to have them at my workspace.
I was just in our natural living club, and one of our moderators, Ann T, she has passive diffusion with a blend, and she will forget she has it there, and she'll be walking around, and she will say, "What smells so good?" And that's one of her favorite blends. I know, I do that too.
I do that as well. So I tried to put drops on all of these little balls, and sometimes I'll break these up and I'll put 4 or 5 in a little dish or 4 or 5 in another little dish, and I'll set them around. And I love to put them in places where I walk by, and I do get that waft of beautiful plant aroma.
And we put this blend together again just to usher in a spirit of learning together and just to really set the tone for a really great experience during this event. And a lot of you have really prioritized being here with us live, and really searching deep down in your soul to see if this is the right time for you to take this step and join us in our certification program. And it's a really amazing decision. And we are excited to talk to you about that and learn more about what's bringing you to our event today. And it's a really special time. So we wanted to put this blend together. We chose these oils very specifically. And there's different times to use a diffuser, an inhaler, to use passive diffusion like our aromaspheres, and we get into all of the rationale of that inside of our courses, specifically our aromatherapy certification program. Each one has the moment to choose that specific modality, and the power of our olfactory system and our ability to just take in aroma and for it to just get into the places we need it to, the whole terrain, our mind, our body, and our spirit, both therapeutically and emotionally, is absolutely profound. And chances are you already know this, regardless of your level of knowledge around essential oils, because you're here and essential oils are so powerful. And that's how a lot of us fall in love with oils for the very first time, is that first aroma of a pure, beautiful oil.
That's kind of the theme of our ACP program this year, is bringing together in a beautiful way the physical properties of our essential oils with the emotional and energetic properties of our essential oils.
Yes, we've created, and we'll get into this more in the presentation, but we have a lot of our current students and grads here who are already in this really amazing companion experience that we've created for all of our students, our aromatherapy students this year. We're creating a 12-month community to pair with the certification program. And inside of that community, we're really going to talk about the emotional aspects of our oils. It's going to be really fun.
It will be really fun.
Yes.
And you're going to learn more about these a little bit towards as we get into our presentation.
Yes, it's pretty awesome. All right, so why we're here today. So our goal with just spending time with you today is to really help empower you with the knowledge and confidence to care for yourself and others using the wisdom. And we were talking about this yesterday. It's really ancient wisdom when it comes to asking plants to be medicine for us. It's the longest, most long-lasting system of medicine we have as humans, is working with plants and asking plants to help us in this way. And so we want to help you really harness this ancient wisdom of using plants and essential oils, looking at the research, guided by tradition, and practiced in this community. And our aromatherapy certification program, which is why we're all here today, is so much more than that. It's about becoming knowledgeable. It's about becoming the leader and the guide and the caregiver and the intuitive healer you already are, just with research, learning that heart, art, and science of approaching essential oils and aromatherapy. The more time you spend with essential oils, talking about them, discussing them, using them, the more comfortable and knowledgeable you get. And when you can really base that and ground that in incredible science that's happening right now, it's a really great time to step into this space. It's a really exciting time to be here.
It is a very exciting time. Absolutely.
So we want to know what's bringing you here. So we are excited to learn more about you, and each one of us is going to be here for a different reason. So we want to start getting into your deep why of why you're here, considering becoming a certification program student today. What's calling you? Is there a specific moment in your life that's really bringing you here? Is there a specific person? And you can either pop in chat what that might be, or you can put in the word silent. Sometimes folks come to essential oils in a moment of crisis, and we'll talk about that later on. Things are happening. Something's happened, and you're like, I need support, and I need essential oils now for these reasons. And that might be very private. So you could put in the word silent into chat if that's something you don't want to share, but it's here and it's heavy on your heart. Or it could be a family member, a friend, or you just want to have a career you're passionate about. Whatever is really bringing you here, just pop that into the chat. And we're going to continue to marinate with this and continue to look at how essential oils can really help you with the deep why, what's really calling you here today. And so many people, and I know our current graduates and students can attest to this, they all came to the program for different reasons and are going to go through the 12-month experience for different reasons. And if you are still in our program, you're an existing student, please participate with all of these questions, because you're here because you are wanting to either restart learning, or you're wanting to begin your learning, or you're wanting to revisit. So you have a big why too of what's bringing you here. So we'd love for you to pop that in.
We have a lot of wanting to get back into my program.
Yeah.
I'm here because I'm a knowledge junkie. I just love that. Many reasons: personal, family, business.
Yep.
Some silent ones, some silent reasons why you're here.
Yep.
And I want to support and care for my family, come back to my ACP course. So a lot of us can relate to a lot of these answers that are coming in, for sure.
Yep.
And that's the cool thing. I see a lot of ACP students who are just excited to get back into their learning. Life does happen, And sometimes we get off track a little bit, and a little bit of a nudge to get us back on track is what we need. And that's why the lifetime access to our program is so important.
Mm-hmm. I saw Meredith, she popped in earlier on that her big why is herself. And when we can nurture and nourish ourselves, that shining light and that work that we do within us goes everywhere. It goes to our family, it goes to our community, our friends, our work. It just goes into every part of your life. And a lot of times when you are working with essential oils, you're removing those harmful toxins, which is a big goal for all of us. We want to live as naturally as possible. We want to eat as naturally as possible. We want to interact and get rid of those toxins. When you are doing that work yourself, the people around you can tell that you're doing that. And they're asking you, well, what's going on? You look happier. You look more grounded. You look more subtle. You look more settled. And they're going to find out it's because of the inner light you have. And a lot of times essential oils can help with that inner light.
That's right.
Yeah.
Looking well rested is more than just looking well rested. It's feeling rested,
Yeah.
which helps us to really counteract any health issues.
Yep.
I'm just seeing Michelle is saying she's always been curious about the oils, and now her daughter is an esthetician and wants her to work with her and create custom blends. That's very exciting.
That is very exciting.
We have others here. Where did it go here? I'm a social worker, Leah is saying. Realize that almost everything requires a mental health diagnosis. I want to help everyday people without diagnoses.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I love that. And we'll get into who we are even more because there's a lot of folks who don't know who we are. But I spent a lot of time in the Washington, D.C. area teaching high school English. And let me tell you, I loved that period of life. There were also some really incredibly challenging scenarios my students were facing. And if I could take the knowledge I have now about oils and transport it to my work then, I just can't even tell you how I wish that could be the case.
And that's a good point. The more settled we are, the more we understand our pathway and how we can utilize what the essential oils give us, the more we can reach out and help other people.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so I think it would be a great time to introduce you to who we are. And if you have been with us for a long time, bear with us. We'll tell you our story again. Thank you for being here. And again, Karen is my mom, and she recruited me. I started writing for Karen when I was still teaching. So I needed access to the certification program right away to make sure the articles we were writing together were really good, high quality articles. We've been writing together for a very, very long time, and separately both, but way back in the day, this is like 2010. Karen would send me bullet points and I would turn them into blogs.
Jenny has that special sparkle that she's able to pass on to students. She's really passionate about building a business profile, a portfolio, and helping students do the same thing. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a certified aromatherapist, as Jenny is as well, an educator, and I have a rich background in curriculum design. I like to make multi-dimensional blends, and you'll often hear me speaking about this, and we already have, about addressing physical and emotional concerns together, because our physical symptoms work hand in hand with what we're feeling inside, what our inner terrain is doing.
Absolutely. And we talked about coming to the world of aromatherapy during times of crisis, right? And I know for me that was so true. And these beautiful oils helped give me so much courage to make tough decisions when I needed to make them. I started working with Karen again, like 2009, 2010. We were writing together, and I was definitely in my certification program using it as a library at that time. I hadn't gone through it. I would just go in, I would find the information I needed, pull here, just make sure that the work we were doing was really solid as I was going through the program. I will say very slowly. I had a full-time job teaching high school English. I was also in administration, so I was planning different professional development opportunities for my fellow teachers. I was enjoying so much of that. At the same time, I also was having a really, really, really hard time not thinking about my students when I was home. I knew their home lives weren't ideal in any way. And I have such a big heart.
Yes.
That I was just unable to have that separation. So I spent 7 years in education and I loved it, but it was not something that was going to be tenable for me. I just couldn't stop worrying or thinking. I just didn't have that separation. So essential oils found me in a really important time. And Karen asked me, why don't you come home to Montana?
We're a mother-daughter, by the way.
Yes, this is my mom. Why don't you come home to Montana and just dive all in? And at that time, we were both, Karen was running Aromatics International with her team. And she said, come on over to Aromatics International and let's do this. And I was like, yes, I think it's time. And at the same time, I was needing just a new, fresh start on life. And I don't know if any of you can relate to that. If you just need a new, fresh start on life. And if that's you, if you're thinking like, yes, it is time to have a new, fresh start. I do resonate with this. Pop yes into the chat. I need a new, fresh start. And I needed a new, fresh start. And I love teaching so much. And so I was able to come into this world, dive into ACP. I had the privilege of, I had access to Karen, had access to Mina, who's here with us, had access to Andrea and Cindy, who we'll tell you about in a minute, who were helping me get up to speed so I could teach alongside Karen and Andrea and Cindy with authority in a way that I really knew and understood what I was talking about. So I'm very thankful for that experience.
Things that you said that I totally agree with. And as you were saying it, it's amazing how what we need comes to us just at the right time. Because the same thing happened to me as well.
Yes.
And, you know, I didn't know anything about essential oils.
Yep.
And suddenly I was in the essential oil world and just right there when I needed it.
I mean, can you tell us a little bit? And I know we want to get to our slides, but if you just helping me encourage Karen to tell you her full story, because it's really powerful. She is a registered nurse, and that is a big part of who she is. But also, I want to tell you what it looks like when someone, my mom, works and does work from a place of passion. And she, can you tell us about just being a part of our first life? We have had a family business together before.
Right. We have, of course, I've always used my nursing in different ways, but we did have another family business where we were heavy into the medical field with insurance companies and making artificial limbs and bracing of all sorts, and working with women who had breast cancer and mastectomies. So did that for many, many years, and yes, loved
like
all of
50
our
years
patients.
Combined, because my grandpa was in it, Karen's dad, and then my dad for 30 years. So it was a really big part of our family.
And a big part of that was for me to do the books and keep the books going and make sure the insurance claims were done. And I did that for a long time. And suddenly, it was kind of it wasn't suddenly, it was a gradual awareness of something needs to change here. I need to refocus. I need to change. And when I went in to see a special massage therapist, and she was working with me, and she had a lot of intuitive abilities, she's like, you need to make some changes. So I went home to my husband and I said, I need to make some changes. I don't want to do this anymore.
And Karen can move. She is so good at any task, and work is a privilege, right? Any job you have in front of you, it's important to do it well and to give everything you have to it. And Karen will always do that if she's passionate about it or not. But let me tell you, to watch someone who is doing something and what that looks like when they're on fire for that thing moves mountains. And Karen's taught now thousands of students all over the world and really helped ignite their passion for oils. And it's been absolutely incredible to say yes to, okay, I need to make a change. I want more out of life. I want to do something I'm passionate about, can be very profound.
Does any of that relate? Can you relate to any of that?
I
just
like
said too.
A lot of yeses fly in.
A lot of yeses fly in. Well, what I did next is I decided I needed a hobby, a passion. So I started making soap. I did it to teach children how to make soap so they could get an honor in their soap making.
I was the child. My brother and I were like 9 and 12.
Yes, with a lot of other little children. And so started to do a lot of deep dive into, do I use the fragrance oils? Do I use essential oils? And I'm like, oh my word, these essential oils have a lot of medicinal value. And long story short, I ended up selling my soap business, went full in, got some education in the aromatherapy world, became certified in aromatherapy. I was thinking, I just need a little bit more. And this is where I met the Aromahead Institute. And that was a lot of years ago. And as I was going through that program and connecting with Andrea Bouget, who started the Aromahead Institute, she and Cindy Black were the founders of the Aromahead Institute. Suddenly, the light went on. And as we went in a circle and said, what do you want to do now that you have this education? I thought, oh my word, I'm going to take over the Aromatics International, the essential oil business. And of course, I couldn't say that at the time.
It's a strange thing to say in a group.
When I got home, I talked to my husband, and I knew that they were looking at, they were running Aromahead and they were running Aromatics International. And I heard them say that they were looking for someone if they could find the right person. And my husband just jumped on board, and I sent an email, and they were in the car, and they had just said, I wish we could find the right person. And she looked at her email and said, oh my goodness, Karen Williams, just look what she said. She is the right person. And, it just went from there.
They were so excited. And can we go back over to slides? Because I want to, if you don't know Andrea, she's just a beautiful, beautiful human, as is her partner, Cindy. And I want to tell you a little bit more about our story as Aromahead on this slide as well. So when Karen sent that email, Andrea checked her email from her phone. Cindy was driving. They were stuck in traffic, and Andrea screamed. She was like, yes! She was so excited. She just described to us, and we've spent a lot of time in person talking. We've been on the beach. We've been at dinner. We've spent a lot of time together. And she said it was this moment where she just felt a divine, this is the thing to do. And it was just a really profound moment for her. So Karen, they were based out of Florida at that time. Aromatics International had been moved from Ithaca down to Florida. Karen and my dad, did they drive Aromatics up to Montana?
No, we hired.
Someone drove it up. But you flew down and packed up the whole truck.
Yes, I did.
Of Aromatics International and drove it up to Montana, which is where Aromatics International is based now. We are presenting from Aromatics International in the Bitterroot Mountains. And Karen was it was actually in their basement during this time. And it immediately took off. And now we have a warehouse and a team, and it's amazing.
This is Andrea Bouget in the middle.
Yeah.
We're very close friends to this day. And she was remarkable in developing the Aromahead Institute and our ACP program. So it came from her heart. It came from a lot of knowledge that she gained studying with very prominent aromatherapists around the world.
Well, and I was going to take a little bit of time to tell that story. If you want to hear that story, because we are telling a lot of stories today, we want to get into more of our slides. But if you'd like to hear more of that story, just pop in a yes in the chat, because we haven't really told the full story of the origins of Aromahead. And we think this is the time. And if you think it's the time to, pop in yes into chat.
Exactly. So as you're putting that in, this is where Aromatics International started. It's because of Aromahead. As the students were studying, there weren't GC reports. We weren't sure about the oils that people were getting to be studied. And so, of course, Andrea Bouget immediately started sourcing those.
Let's take another step back, because, again, people are saying, yes, I want to tell this story. So, and we found out about this story for the first time. It was about 8 p.m. Down in Florida. And it was Andrea and Cindy, Karen, my mom and my dad, or my dad and my brother, and my sister-in-law, Olivia. We're all there. It was after dinner. We're sipping tea out on their porch, their backyard in Florida. And they told us this story. And it was one of the most amazing experiences. So I really want to tell you the story of Aromahead and how it came to be. So Andrea, who's here on this slide with us, and her partner, Cindy, they ran an incredibly successful massage therapy school in upstate New York. They just could not get enough instructors to accommodate the students they were teaching. It was one of the best programs in the US. folks were flocking in there to learn with Andrea and Cindy. They had a gift for teaching massage therapy. And a lot of our, at least 2 of our case study instructors were actually students with Andrea and Cindy during that time. So that's just a really great side piece for this origin story. And so Andrea suddenly, and this is a long time ago, in the early mid 90s, she discovered essential oils. And Andrea and Karen have something in common. And if you're drawn to Aromahead, chances are this is you too. Andrea and Karen, when they want to learn something, they learn everything about that something. No stone is left unturned. They dive in. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They just go all in. And that's not entirely true. They do eat and they do sleep, but they just will learn from anything and everyone, and just until they're just lifelong learners. And chances are that is sounding like you too. So Andrea said, Cindy, I need to go learn everything about essential oils that I can possibly learn. And we will keep all names out of the story because we want to make sure it's very affirming. So Andrea goes over to London. There was a reputable essential oil school over there at the time. And she enrolled in the school, and she was asking questions that people didn't have answers to. She actually dropped out. She was like, no, this isn't enough. This doesn't feel enough. So she goes and she flies over to France. She flies over to educators and teachers all over the world. She gets every single book there ever is. She meets with researchers, and she puts together the aromatherapy certification program she wished she could go through. And that's a big reason why the certification program is as good as it is because she thought, no, I want something that is way better than I have to have access to. And so she put this program together, and she and Cindy started teaching it in their little aromatherapy barn in upstate New York. And it grew from 3 students to we've taught over 500,000 students in our different courses all over the world. And we have students in every part of the globe who've gone through our courses, both in person and online since then. So it's a really beautiful story. And Karen found Andrea and Cindy when they were still teaching in person. They weren't online yet. And it's just something we wanted to share with you in terms of the story.
Right. And to finish that story,
yes.
So Andrea and Cindy have retired, but they're still a very big part of the Aromahead Institute. Yes. And together we've been able to build up what they had started. And Andrea, you'll see her, and many of you who are ACP students see her in the courses and some of the videos that we have in there, some of the blending videos as well.
Well, and the last piece of this is probably in 2019, Andrea called Karen, and she was like, it takes a lot to keep up with all of the research. It takes a lot to coordinate the team. It takes a lot at Aromahead to keep the quality of education and just to make it incredible. It really is the best certification program you can find because of the dedication to detail. We're constantly in there updating. And Andrea said, you know what? I would like to retire and take a step back. So she called Karen and said, would your family consider becoming leadership over at Aromahead and take over Aromahead? So we met for probably 2 to 3 years, flying back and forth, having conversations about what that would look like.
Well, I actually talked her out of it 2 different times. Said, oh, no, stay in there. You've got to stay in there. I talked her out of it, but It eventually did happen.
It happened. And so that is how we became instructors in curriculum development over here at Aromahead and owners of the Aromahead Institute as well. And it was those 2 to 3 years of just, we flew down and visited them every few months. It was a really magical process of going through all of this stuff. And so we just kind of wanted to tell you the full story of how this came to be.
And the most amazing thing is, and my takeaway is, I wanted to make a change. I put myself out there.
Yep.
This is what fell in my lap. And I allowed life to take me in a direction that was extremely fulfilling for me and my family.
And it's hard to tell that story quickly, so we've never on a live event we've not taken the time to tell that full story, but we thought today would be a good day to do that. And now that we've told our story, we would love to know, because our aromatherapy certification program was designed with you specifically in mind. And so we would love to know what is bringing you here today. specifically? Are you interested in healing something that is going on with yourself? Are you interested in getting that knowledge to be a leader in your community? Do you want to start a side hustle? Do you want to make soap? Do you want to go to farmer's market? Would you like a brand new career as a certified aromatherapist seeing clients? Let us know in the chat specifically what you are wanting a fresh start with. Put that in the chat.
Well, the botanical lady, botanical bird lady, I'm glad you told us your story here because I was wondering about your name. But that's why she became the botanical bird lady, is to start offering education about use with birds when nothing was out there.
I love that. I know. And a lot of times, really great things come out of a lack of something, right? And that's the same thing that so many people are drawn to essential oils. They need something natural, beautiful, proven, and something that just has that magic it's not like Western medicine. It's not like other modalities. It is really taking the tradition of plants and learning how to use them to heal and transform yourself and those around you.
Ginger is saying natural healing for myself.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's where we all start.
Yep.
I think that's what all brings us to our essential oils.
Yep.
Knowledge for me and my family, Lacey, is saying, Chris, self, family, friends, not to sell, but to help them.
Yep.
And then we have Ice Loves Beauty, making products to help people and make them happy, making perfumes that are all natural. Enhance my acupuncture practice is what Shelley is saying. Mental health for those that I love.
I love that.
Wendy, nursing professional, leaned entirely into holistic practice with the aromatherapy certification, herbalism, and Reiki, and I teach RNs holistic nursing now. It's awesome.
I love that. So let's head back over to slides. What I would love to do is read every comment.
I know. I've been skimming them through, and it's like
what I would love to know is, I would love that. So we approach formulation through deep care, and we start with a philosophy of less is more. The plants are so powerful. We teach you how to start using them in a way that less is more, layering in until you are meeting the person and the need in the way that needs to be met. And that's unique for every single person. So there's the study of aromatherapy, and then there's the application of aromatherapy. And we do both at the Aromahead Institute. And we do that through our coursework. We do that through our community, through our one-on-one case studies, through our, we facilitate research with you and a topic you're interested in. So we create a really comprehensive, solid foundation so that you are able to work in the gray area for people. You're able to take that and you're able to work in the nuance because every single person is so very unique. What works for someone doesn't always work for another person. So we want to give you all of the evidence, the research, but then we want to teach you how to listen and how to approach each person and to meet them where they're at with what's going on with them.
Beautifully said.
Well, thank you. And we also want folks who aren't necessarily interested in a side hustle with aromatherapy or a business or a career. We want to really support the home healers and the wellness seekers. I would say that is, it's hard to put a number on it. Probably 60% of our students are really drawn to studying with us in our certification program to go beyond that guessing. It's really easy to have beginner's luck with essential oils because they're so beautiful. And then there's this moment where everyone hits this wall early on where you have beginner's luck and then suddenly you're just not getting the results you know you can get, and it's frustrating. It's not being able to move quickly. And you're in a dream and you're in quicksand or you can't do something and you know you should be able to wake up and do it. That's what it can feel like if you don't have the right tools.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, it's interesting because you had told a story about, when you start using your essential oils and suddenly things change. Things change internally, which means they change externally, and people are noticing and saying, what are you doing here? So those of us who started out just wanting it for ourselves, suddenly we find ourselves reaching out because we want to help others.
Yep.
We want to maybe give them a class as to how they can help support themselves. So you never know where this will take you.
You really don't, which brings me to this slide. Professionals expanding their healing toolkit. We have a lot of folks who are into massage therapy. We have a lot of estheticians. We have a lot of nurses, pharmacists. We have veterinarians. A lot of folks who people are asking about essential oils. They want to be knowledgeable. And then a lot of times that comes with creating an offering that's completely unique to that person, their skill set, and then giving to other people. I just had and Lisa, you're here. I saw you in the chat earlier. I met with Lisa Chan. We had just a really amazing conversation around her work with essential oils. And she's a nurse as well. And she also has gone through our certification program and our teacher training program. And she puts together free courses and offers them through her local library system in Massachusetts, where she is able to really help people by teaching in the library how to put together an inhaler blend. And she's able to use her nursing background combined with her passion for essential oils and her passion for keeping her environment toxin free and really serve the people around her. And she's able to do that free because she's partnered with the library and they have a whole thing, and it's just incredible.
That's right. Well, I see someone is saying, Martha, I'm older now and I'm worried about retaining the knowledge and testing. And as I read that, I thought, I have someone who is in our courses and does the workshops. She's in her 90s.
I love that.
In her 90s, and she just loves this information. And I just wanted to say, the testing process at the Aromahead Institute is all about learning. It's about supporting. It's about being able to take that test over as many times as you want. It's about having the time that you want and the pace that you want going through your courses, so that knowledge just kind of becomes second nature.
Well, and I would say too, whenever we as humans are learning something, when we are learning new things and getting outside of our comfort zone a little bit within a supportive community, it really helps our overall health, our mental health, and our longevity. Curious people just naturally tend to live longer. You're out there learning. You're out there learning something new. We all have the same amount of hours in the day. And when you are asking your mind to continue to open up, no matter what age, it's only good. It's only positive that can happen from that.
Exactly. That's so amazing. A lot of people can relate to what we're even talking about here.
Yes.
They're like, yes, because a lot of us are like, and I including me, whoops, I keep hitting my mic there. I thought the same thing. Oh my, I don't know if I can do this. And that is what keeps people from really being able to reach out and do what makes them happy, do what supports their health, do what brings them such joy. Is we're afraid to make that first step.
Mm-hmm. So we want to add on to this, and let's head back over to slides. We want to ask you to just imagine that it's 12 months for now, and you are well into your studies. Maybe you've completed them, or maybe you're just halfway through. Any answer is fine here, but you are more confident in your blending, and you are surrounded by a group of people that you can ask real-time advice from and get advice on blends and get feedback. What would be your go-to blend? If you could make any blend to solve one thing, what would that one thing be? For you, is it sleep? Is it anxiety? Is it depression relief? Is it pain management? What is that one thing? Imagine you have the knowledge, you have the community, you have the experience, you have the oils. What is that one thing, your go-to blend that you're going to go and make? What's that one thing?
Well, one of the biggest things that our population, because of our world's lifestyles, because of our lifestyles, is not being able to sleep.
Right.
So that's a go-to for a lot of people, is learning how to make a sleep blend.
Yep, exactly. And, for some folks, it's sleep. For some, it's just that chronic pain that's hard to manage. For others, it's that depression. It's hard to get out of our heads and out of our minds and out of our thoughts. So for every person, this could be a unique thing. Julie also, by the way, just said you named your mic. It's Mike. You just said you hit your mic.
Well, thank you. Mike it is.
Marco and Mike.
Marco and Mike.
Is that the name of our new podcast?
I was just wondering if anybody came up with a name for me. So we got a lot of answers coming in because there's not just depression, but anxiety.
Yep.
Which those of you who have been through my workshops know there's a huge difference between depression and anxiety, and a different reason why we would choose our different oils.
Yep.
Depends on what we're struggling with, and how wonderful it is to be able to layer our blends so that we can deal with a couple of things at one time.
And I will say, all of these, we see your comments coming in, and these things that are coming to mind for you, they are absolutely obtainable for you to craft blends to help these issues in a way that's not that far out from now. You can actually create blends to bring significant relief to the things that you are looking to solve right now. It's very obtainable with this information and knowledge and community. So that is very exciting. So let's head back over to slides. And a lot of this, expert aromatherapists work in science, they work in intuition, and they work in the ability to ask good questions of those around them. It's when you are able to have conversations with people and they share what's really going on. It's not just pain, it's not just stress, it's not just sleeplessness. They're able to share with they're worried about their job at work, or they're worried about a relative, or they're worried about a child. When you are able to then create a blend that addresses all of these things, that nourishes the entire terrain, and you can do this by looking at science, by looking at intuition when it comes to what you think might really work for this very specific person in front of you that you're blending for, whether it's someone else or your friend. So this is where in our program, we start with science, rooted in science, guided by plants. We take you through our program. It's broken into lessons, and we'll hop into the course and show you what it looks like, our certification program, and how when you learn about a chemical family. So let's jump back really fast. If we have sweet orange here, to me, every single essential oil is like a really close friend. That close friend is a part of a family. That close friend gets along with other friends really well for different moments. That particular friend you would ask to come to different moments in your life based on what's going on right then. And when you get to know your essential oils, they are very unique. They're also a part of groups. They also have characteristics. Recommended shelf life, for example, are citruses, 1 to 2 years. Because of the chemical family, we break down how to really know each oil and then groups of oils. So you're really asking the right oils to show up in the right moment. And that's where you get the results with your essential oils that you're looking for.
Cannot add a single word to that. You covered it beautifully.
So I want to check in, and if you've got any questions here, pop them into chat. If you have any specific questions that we can help you with, we are going to hop into our program and show you around a little bit. So here's our presentation. We don't want that. We want to hop into our certification program. So here we are. Let's go over to the right tab. There's so many nice tabs we have. You know what I did? I went from the forum out of the class. So let's keep on Karen and I'm going to sign back into my certification program, and then we're going to show you around.
I just want to, there is something I wanted to add on to that as we were talking about the science. So the science, I know that word, we're like, oh no, this really makes this unattainable. But when you understand that the science is telling us why this oil works in a way, and this is the Aromahead approach, in a way that says, wow, now that really makes sense. And that's what happened to me as I was studying the oils. And I was like, you mean that delimining in sweet orange is why this does this for me? And now I know how to substitute an oil? It was a real aha moment.
Absolutely. And you know, we all have essential oil skeptics in our lives who are like, yeah, right, that's not going to work. That's snake oil. And very graciously, or whatever tone you would like to take, you have a vocabulary that is backed by science and research that, oh, eucalyptus radiata works because of this level of 1,8-cineol in this blend. And you're able to put together not only the way you speak about oils, you're able to put together an approach that really helps quiet the skepticism that some people have when it comes to essential oils. And it's a natural skepticism, and it is somewhat deserved because essential oils have been thrown around as a cure-all for this and a cure-all for that, and they are. They can be. It just depends on which oil you're asking to do what thing for you. And sometimes the answer is the oils themselves. They're so powerful, they can get so much accomplished with health and wellness. Sometimes we ask oils to pair with other things, Chinese medicine, Western medicine, depending on what the issue is. Sometimes we ask them to be companions. Sometimes we ask them to be the hero. And that's where we look in the program and we show you how to make those decisions.
But the commonality between them all is the amazing healing power that they have for our health.
Yep.
To give us quality and not just quantity. Quantity yep. as well, but quality in the quantity.
I love that. I love that. All right, so I've got my certification program pulled up. This is inside of our aromatherapy certification program. It is, again, the best online program you can find in the industry. It is so well put together. And I came to the certification program after getting my master's degree in education from the University of Maryland. And I was so impressed with the pedagogy and the way it's all laid out in terms of how it really nurtures learners based on their independent learning styles. It's a really well put together program. I was just blown away. I was like, wow, this is really well done. I was so impressed with the quality of it coming in as an educator coming into this world. And so I just wanted to pass on that reassurance to you that it's put together in a way that's very learner friendly, regardless of if you're visual, auditory, kinesthetic, whatever it might be, or a combo. This is a wonderful place to learn.
Can we look at lesson 1?
We absolutely can.
I'd like to go over to lesson 1. I just want to show you, can you make that just a little bigger? They can see what's on the side
yes.
here. This is part of what our program looks like. And when we get to this is actually the lesson on monoterpenes. We have orientation and a lot of things that lead up to this. But once we start working on the chemical families, I just want to show you, there is a webinar that talks about the monoterpenes. What are monoterpenes? Well, monoterpenes are a chemical family. And then we study essential oils that are monoterpenes, like bergamot and black pepper and cypress, and the one that we use, which is sweet orange. And as we are on sweet orange, we go through, we have some different examples, but we have beautiful data sheets that we look at that tell us, this is years of experience in one single data sheet. It tells us things like the Latin name. We're going to learn how to read a GCMS report so we know what's in our oil. And think of it like a recipe. You're cooking a recipe, putting a recipe together. This is exactly what a GCMS report is. It shows us the recipe of this oil. Shows us the plant part that is used because that's really important information when we go to blend and for safety. If it's cold pressed, the extraction method, or steam distilled. And then we get some emotional and energetic qualities. And the emotional and energetic qualities are what we are going to really expand this time around for this ACP offering and really go into and make these, as Jenny was saying, our allies, our friends. We understand them from the inside as well as from the scientific view.
So what Karen's referring to is paired with your education inside of your certification program. We've created an entirely brand new community. We just invited our first members yesterday. And this community is filled with existing certification program students and graduates. We already have 227 just from one email. We have many more invites to go out. And it's a place for folks to come and to look at the emotional aspects of these oils. It's a companion journey we're going to take people through in terms of the community piece of this. And can I just share this comment from Karen? Welcome to the community. This is a great community. You will learn a lot, but more importantly, you will make lifelong friendships. There is information from every area of wellness, not just aromatherapy. And what Karen's talking about here, Karen Mallinger, is that inside of our courses is the information and the knowledge. Inside of our communities, paired with our courses, is where you develop deep connections with people that become lifelong friends. And I know if you're here on the chat and you are a graduate and you have developed these friendships, please attest to that and say, yes, I have, because folks are in there commenting back and forth all the time in our different communities, interacting with oils all the time. And it's a really beautiful place to just be welcomed and supported.
Well, part of this community is every month there will be a PDF, a downloadable PDF that becomes part of your journal. This is a journal journey. And it pairs with our ACP because we're studying the exact same oils in our ACP program. And we take them throughout the month. The monoterpenes we'll be studying in July. And that will give us the amount of time that we need to go through each of these oils. So you're studying them from a scientific viewpoint, and you're also studying them from an energetic and emotional viewpoint at the same time. And then we have monthly live events so that we can connect. We can go over the information that we're learning, what we're coming up to next time, any roadblocks that anybody is anticipating. And we have a wealth of information here, right here in this very community that we have, that can help pull us through these areas.
Yep. Our chat stalled out. There it goes. There it goes. Now it's back up and going, Tammy, yes. Perfect. There we go. I know, seriously, some really amazing friendships have really come out of different experiences that pair with our courses, which is very cool.
And the cool thing about this emotional 1-year journey is not only are you as new ACP students going to be joining this community, but anybody who has been in the ACP program, whether they're a graduate or whether they're still going through their program, we're inviting everyone into this community because we all want this support. And together, it makes it all that much stronger. The learning part, the being able to integrate it into our lives part. It's really quite beautiful.
So if you've been thinking, just pop in a yes. If you've been thinking about enrolling in our aromatherapy certification program, let's hop over to slides. If you've been thinking about that, we really do feel that this is truly the right time for you to do that. So if you're ready to say yes, if this is your moment to dive in and enroll in this experience, enroll in this community, pop in a yes into chat and let us know. You're not starting from scratch. You're stepping into a deeper version of what you already know is possible. So just pop that yes in if this is your moment. You're ready for a fresh start. You're ready to become that leader, that guide, that expert with really harnessing the tradition of plants and plant medicine with our essential oils. Just let us know in the chat. We are so excited, so very excited to welcome in a new group of students today. So we've got Lace. We are so excited about that. And we've got Ginger and Dawn. We've got LaSonia. I love that. We've got Chris and Pam and Kendra and Betsy, Marianne, Shop Girl, Melissa, Michelle. We've got Meredith. We've got Ice Loves Beauty, Susan, Vivian, Jacqueline, Tracy, Anna. This is very exciting. We've got LaSue. We've got Sharon. This is amazing. We've got Richa. This is fabulous. All right, so we are going to walk you through. And if you're new to us, anytime we do an open house, and we do this a couple times a year, we offer a new student enrollment bonus package to really help support every aspect of your learning when you come into this experience and enroll in this program. So are you ready to see your new student bonus package? I'm excited to show it to you. So number one, we study 48 essential oils. We study carriers. We study hydrosols. We have so many different activities, different recipes to make, different ways to interact with the oils to get your hands-on experience. So we have over at Aromatics International, we have a full aromatherapy kit of supplies we've put together. If you're just starting off from scratch, you can go and get the full kit for 40% off, and we've never offered that before.
No, we haven't. And it's
No.
for a short amount of time.
Yes, through May 1st.
Through May 1st. And
Yes.
one of the reasons why we're doing this is because as we go through the program and we're taking each oil, the monoterpene family, for instance, when we go through those, and we split them up into different weeks as we go through them and really become in touch with our oils, I would so love everyone to have a kit available, to have the oils available there to really get into these. And it's really exciting how they've done this because at some point,
I love how you say they. It was my brother, Jaren.
well, it was a group effort.
A team effort.
It was Devin.
It was us.
Yes, and Devin is also part of the family. He is my nephew-in-law.
Yes, he is.
And are we going to, can I show them what the kit looks like, or should we do that a little bit later?
Let's do it now. I'd love to just kind of go through and show you the kit. Now, one thing about this is that we are also offering it to any existing student or graduate. We are offering it to you as well. So if you are already in the certification program or you're a graduate, through May 1st, you're also able to go in and get up to 40% off your kit, which is really cool if you want to stock up on oils, because we're about to go through that 12-month community experience all together. Mm-hmm. So if you're like, yeah, I want to get a new kit and do it all from day one all the way through, you're able to do that. And we want to make sure it's as affordable as possible for you.
Now, please don't use any other coupon on this kit because it's already down to 40%.
Right. If you are already in, we don't want the volume. We want to make this a little bit bigger.
Now, this is what's exciting. Let's go to Jenny's screen and make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm over here at Aromatics International. And I am going to make this screen bigger. That's too big.
That's too big.
Okay.
So can I take over your mouse here?
Yes, please do.
And as you go through, and this has never been done before, you can choose. Like if you already have Ravensara, uncheck it.
Yep.
You can uncheck all of them. Say, no, I have most of the oils, but I did run out of sweet orange, or I did run out of Siberian fir. You can choose. If you don't have them, you check all of them, so you get all of the oils that we have. And up here, it's kind of hard to read, but if you select 5+ products, you save 10%. If you select 10+ products, you save 20%. If you select 20 products, you save 40%. So you can save 40% off of this kit.
Now, just a note too, these are all single origin oils, which means between Karen, between Andrea, Cindy, and our entire team, these are personal connections we've gone out and made that are verified, trusted, wonderful, beautiful distillers in 60 different countries all over the world. And these are amazing products, like absolutely amazing. So we wanted to give you a really great discount on these products because your oils are your tools. Right. They're your toolkit to go and do your learning. We want you to be able to have sweet orange right in front of you when you're reading the data sheet.
That's right.
When you're blending with it. And so we want to make sure you're able to stock up on your toolkit. And again, this is available to all new students and all existing students through May 1st.
And there, you notice you can uncheck all of the carriers if you have some of your carriers already, or you can check them all, and it makes for a really easy checkout. Different accessories that we're using throughout the program, different hydrosols, and 40% off. I just can't believe that we can do this, and I'm so happy that we can do this.
Yes.
So this is only available to everyone. Sorry, Mike. To everyone who would like to get the kit. Maybe you haven't been able to get the kit up until this point. And also when you check out, there are some other options that are available to you if you want to pay over time.
Absolutely. There are different payment plans available, partnered with us over at Aromatics International.
So that's our first bonus.
That's our first bonus. All right. So our second bonus is this companion journey. This is a $1,000 value, and it's to go through and to pair with your coursework. So we're going to meet once a month as a big live community, answer questions, do Q&As, talk about chemical families, and then really delve into the emotional aspects of your oils and how we can really help you in real time.
And that's what we just showed you over on, it's called the School, SKOOL platform, is what we showed you to go through this year journey. So you have your ACP program that is over on the Aromahead Institute side. And then this is a place where we can really connect.
And if you're in our natural living club, you just toggle right back and forth. So here, natural living, over here, right there.
ACP.
Just toggle back and forth.
So that is your second bonus.
Yes, that's your second bonus. And again, it's we're going to be in there. We've got some amazing moderators, Mina, and we have Anne, and we have Dana. Do you want me to grab something? We have some amazing, just some of the most knowledgeable people in aromatherapy in general will be in there. And you can pop in a question anytime, day or night. One of us is going to get to it. Another student will get to it. You have that support as you need it. If you have really intense nausea at 2 a.m., chances someone else is going to be online with that too. You can be like, okay, what about guava? What about ginger? What about this? And you're able to run by your instincts and your building, growing knowledge by a group of people right away. And I can already attest to how fast folks are ready to help support each other.
This is probably one of the most beneficial and powerful bonus offerings we've ever offered. Just the two, but we have another bonus.
Yes, we do.
For you as well. And this is the Anatomy and Physiology course.
Yep.
This is geared and taught by Cindy Black.
Yep.
And geared towards aromatherapy.
Yep.
Aromatherapist. This is a $450 value. When you purchase the ACP course, this is automatically put into your student account, so we can see how the oils work inside the body and get a refresh of what the body is doing.
I can attest to this. Shelly is a moderator over in our Natural Living Club, and she's in our companion program. She and I are often chatting at all hours of the day and night.
So, and our next bonus, our fourth bonus, is a 1-year Thrive Professional membership program. This is over on our Thrive membership program. This is where we also go live once a month. In this one, we really drill down deep into different essential oils. It's for our professional aromatherapists, such as you are, or are going to become.
I was going to say, it's also for the aspiring professional. So there's, there is science, there's an approach. We teach you methodology. We teach you recommended dilution guidelines. We teach you all of this stuff. Over in the Thriving Aromatherapist, we get to have gritty, real conversation about, hey, we might want to up this dilution rate, or no, that's too much. Or we have conversations on that professional level that we don't want to have with just our community. You know, it's a place where we want you to really interact with the oils. We come prepared with information. We open dialogue. We welcome dialogue. And anyone who is a Thrive member right now, and you're considering enrolling today in our certification program, we will extend your membership another 12 months, which is very cool. So just know, if you are a Thrive member already and you've paid monthly or yearly, we will extend your membership a full year with this particular bonus, which is pretty cool. I know there's this, honestly, our team, we were all just jumping up and down with this new enrollment bonus package. It's the best we've ever had. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing in terms of supporting every single aspect of your learning journey.
And then we have another bonus, and this also gets automatically put into your student account. This is a Master Series collection, and we've had this for some time because they're so remarkable. They are interviews with Andrea Bouget and hydrosols with Anne Harmon, who is our spearhead of our different hydrosols and how to distill them.
I would say she's one of the pioneers in the industry.
Pioneers, yes.
Yep.
And a frankincense with Bob's Wellness. Jenny and I do how to use essential oils with animals.
Yes.
Now we have another program that is how to use essential oils around animals, but this one is very specific on how to use essential oils with our animals. And then we have an interview with Rhiannon Lewis about internal usage.
Mm-hmm. And she is also a pioneer. When I was talking about the story of Aromahead, Andrea, again, this is the mid-90s, drops out of the program in London. She flies and learns in person with Rhi. And she is dear friends. Rhea is a dear friend of ours as well. We attended her wedding several years back over in France. It was absolutely beautiful. And she is someone we can call. She calls us. It's a really beautiful relationship. And she is a pioneer when it comes to internal usage. We've done a lot of work with her, a lot of courses with her. And so it's a really great interview. It's a very magical interview.
And then going on to our next bonus, which is when you're a part of the Thrive program, which all of you who will be joining our ACP program will automatically be in our Thrive program, you get a 30% Aromatics International professional discount. So say you've already bought your kit.
And you can't combine this discount with the kit. The kit's separate. The promotion for your bonus for the kit, that's separate than this. You can't combine discounts for this. But going forward after May 1st, you have access to Aromatics International, everything but kits and bundles.
Right.
There are some requirements to this, but this is what we offer to our thriving members. We offer access to our professional program over at Aromatics because folks are making oils to sell at farmers markets. They're using oils professionally in clinical settings and hospitals. So in Thrive, it's our professional community. We talk about oils professionally. We want folks to be able to have access to supplies with a deeper discount.
Right. I mean, maybe you use a specific essential oil, you're out of it, you can replenish your supply with this 30% discount. And that discount goes as long as you are a Thrive member.
Yep, it does.
So even if the year is over and you're still a Thrive member, and hopefully you are because it's a wonderful community.
It's pretty awesome.
You still can get this professional discount.
Yes. All right. So as a reminder, this is your full at a glance new student enrollment bonus package. When you enroll today in our certification program, not only are you accessing the leading online program with certification, you're also getting up to 40% off your full supply kit. You're getting access to our 12-month community, our ACP companion journey, where you can just talk with members, talk about the energetics of the oils, the emotional aspects, have access to Karen's journal prompts she's putting together, and just really just be with people who love oils as much as you do. You have access to our A&P course. You get a whole year membership to Thrive. You get access to our master series, and then you get access to our 30% off Aromatics International professional discount. Now, who's ready to enroll? Pop into chat and just say yes. Give us a resounding yes. We are so excited. And this, I know, right? Chris is saying so many awesome new bonuses. I envy new students. And again, if you're an existing student, remember you have access to 2 of these. We're just offering the companion journey free of charge, and we're offering the supply kit. So make sure that you know that if you are an existing student, you get bonus 1 and 2.
We're bringing you right along with us.
We're bringing you right along with us.
There's a lot of bonuses to remember, but
Yep.
we help keep you organized with these bonuses. You'll be receiving emails that really outline the bonuses. And most of these bonuses, except for the Thrive, but you'll be able to have a link to join the Thrive program. You will have emails. You will have your student account that will help keep you organized as well.
So one special thing, if we can come back to camera, I guess we are kind of on camera, but one special thing, at the beginning of our time together, we did our blend on these beautiful aromaspheres. Now, I want to say, the first 10 folks to enroll in our certification program starting right now, we're going to give you an additional bonus of these aromaspheres. We're going to pop them in the mail to you. And we are just so excited we're so excited for you and where this entire journey is going to go. We wanted to give you an extra special thank you to the first 10 people enrolling in the program to go and also get this extra bonus of the aromaspheres. Then you can blend, you can put them in your bathroom or your living room, out on your porch, wherever you would like. So the first 10 people to enroll, starting right now, we're going to give you this extra bonus of the aromaspheres, which is pretty sweet. And students, since I would say for the last 20 years who've been enrolling, have these aromaspheres. They're a unique thing you can only get when you are enrolling in
opportunity like this. That's right. And you will receive a copy of these slides as well.
Yep.
As well as emails, Mary. Yes, you'll be getting an email. Absolutely. Wendy loves her aroma
I love
spheres.
that. Oh, thank you, Angie. She's saying, I think it's fantastic you're including existing students. We are just so appreciative of each and every one of you. So thank you. All right, so we're going to want to go and get into our Q&A piece. Some of you may have questions about the process. So as a reminder, you can get all of these bonuses and get started today with all of your bonuses for $340 down. You can also pay in full, and there is savings to that. So just go to aromahead.com/enroll, and that's where you can enroll. You can either do a payment plan with the $340 down, or you can pay in full, and either option will get you your entire bonus package, as well as the first 10 people to enroll right now are going to get the Aromaspheres as an extra special thank you.
So to find out the information and to find out what payment plans might be available for you, go to aromahead.com/enroll.
Yep.
So
Tammy is saying, wow, this is a great bonus. If I hadn't completed this 5 years ago, I'd sign up immediately. I love that. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Mina, for putting that link in. Again, it's aromahead.com/enroll. And you can go there. You can pay in full. There's payment plans available for you. There's all kinds of options.
Yep.
The Aromaspheres, they are passive diffusion. They are a room freshener. They are something that you can put in a closet. You can put in your bathrooms. You can put on your desk where you're working or beside your bed, at night. And they're just kind of a beautiful thing to have around. And those who have Aromaspheres, they're a simple ceramic ball.
Yes.
But everyone loves them.
I know. They're amazing.
Yes, they're amazing.
It's just an extra little thank you on top of the bonus package for those of you who are enrolling. Now, as a reminder, learning happens in community. And this community is so special when it comes to just being so kind and supportive. And it is a pocket of just beauty and joy that's really hard to find out there in all of this noise and toxic behavior in the world we're experiencing right now. And we would love for you to be a part of this community and to support other people who are going through the same journey with you. And we would love for you, we would love to include your kindness and your perspective and to include you as we go through different experiences together.
So those of you who are ACP students already or graduates, again, that kit is available to you, and there's a link that will come in your email, or you can go to aromatics.com, go to the Aromahead kits, and the ACP kit will be right there for you, where you can choose what options you want in your kit, or the full kit if you haven't gotten the full kit before.
Yes. All right. So as we're heading into the Q&A portion of our time together, thank you again for being here, and don't go anywhere. We're hanging out. We've got tea. We are excited. I'm with Margot. You're with Mike. We're excited to answer your questions about specifically the Aromatherapy Certification Program and enrollment today. Now, you do have until midnight Eastern Time, April 29 to enroll and get all of your bonuses. So you do have some time to think about it. If you would like to talk to someone in your life, or you would like to go and walk around your neighborhood and just sit with this, just to make sure that it is the right next step for you. You have time. You have until April 29. I will say right now, the extra special thing about enrolling is you get the extra gift of our Aromaspheres, which is pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet. So yes, you order the oils that you need. If you don't have those, order the full kit if that works out well for you. And I'm the type of person that I did way back then order the full kit because I wanted all my supplies at my fingertips. Jenny orders them as she needs them. And some of you have your oils already, and maybe you just need your carriers. And the way it's set up through May 1st, you can put your own kit together, in other words.
Yes. So as a refresher, if we hop over to slides, what you'll gain from blending to belonging, confidence in your blends, rooted in science and care. The ability to offer real support to yourself and others, and the sense of purpose that grows with practice. And we popped in this little testimonial from Gabriella that this program exceeded her expectations and was so much more than she imagined. And we do get that feedback constantly with folks that finish the program.
We have some remarkable comments from students who have finished the program that it just warms my heart to see how this program has supported so many people in so many different ways. We're all at different places in our lives.
We really are. And the oils meet us where we're at. And our knowledge of the oils allows us to meet others where they're at. And it's a beautiful synergy that occurs when you get that knowledge and have access to support as you go through the learning process.
Chris at Mama Roma says, I sat on the fence for a very long time. When I finally did it, it was the greatest gift I have ever given myself.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
All right. So, folks are having issue with the link. Let's go over together. So the link that we're popping into chat, click the link. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to click the link.
And that was up at the top of this chat.
That was up at the top. And then you want to go down, click, yes, I want to start my journey. Yes, I want to start my journey. And that will take you to this particular page. You can decide if you want to pay in full or if you want to do, we have 2 different payment plans. So pay in full is $21.95. Different payment plans are different options, and you can go through PayPal, Klarna, or Afterpay.
And those ones offer even longer payment plans.
They do.
If you want a lower payment, then you would go through PayPal, Afterpay, or Klarna. Otherwise, you can choose one of the ones that we offer in-house.
Yep. So you can go over here. You could go to, let's say, 7 payments, go to Klarna, and then you can just go through, or you can just go through and choose the specific thing that works for you the best.
Yes. If you go through Klarna, just click on Klarna.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it will... We did that wrong.
We did that wrong, and it's because we're live. And sometimes when we do things live, we're just so excited, and the energy is with us.
That's right. So you would...
As we are doing that, let's go over. We actually have some new students we want to welcome into the program. So these folks have just said yes to starting fresh and diving into this experience, both with our certification program and with our community and the other bonuses. So we want to give a huge round of applause to Ginger, Chris, Melissa, Sonia, and Kazia. Congratulations. We are so excited. Now, as an extra thank you, each one of you will be receiving these Aromaspheres as an extra thank you just for enrolling and for, we just want you to have this extra little bit of joy in your home where you can put whatever oils you would like, refresh them as often as you would like. And it's just a fun, we enjoy it so much. So we wanted to offer that to you. Now, we are offering this to the first 10 folks who enroll right now. So that means we have 5 more Aromaspheres left to claim, which is pretty cool.
Let's refresh that page.
Okay.
And,
I think that...
you go in, you pay once, you put in...
you select.
It just said because you were already a purchaser of the course.
That's it. I already am a student, so I can't buy the class twice. So if you are a student, you also can't buy the class twice. Thank you so much.
Right.
I knew there was some simple thing we weren't seeing. So yes, you just click whichever Afterpay, Klarna, PayPal, or Pay in Full. And when you are a new student, you're able to go through the process.
So that's correct. That's what's happening.
Yep.
It'll have you put in your information, of course.
Yep.
So you've got several options to do that.
We have 2 more students to welcome. We have Maggie and Pamela. Congratulations. Congratulations. Welcome to the program and the experience. Now, what happens next? You'll be receiving different emails from us, getting you access, asking you to either make a student account, or we will add certification into your student account, depending on your personal needs. And then we'll send you follow-up emails with how to claim your various bonuses, how to get enrolled in Thrive, how to get into our companion journey and start interacting with students and grads inside of our school online community. So we'll be giving you follow-up steps on what to do next. So jump up and down, be so excited, and we will be right there in your email inbox very shortly.
And as far as the Thrive membership, those of you who are signing up for the ACP course will automatically receive 12 months in our professional program called Thrive. It's the Thriving Aromatherapist. And you'll be receiving a link in your email and you click that link, use that link to sign up for your special gifts.
Yes.
And that 30% discount that you'll receive as long as you're a Thrive member.
Yes. So great question, Elizabeth. So we are officially, this is your Q&A. Welcome to your Q&A. Elizabeth had a great question. Can we go up just a little bit to Elizabeth?
Just a little bit.
I know. Elizabeth, how do we apply for the kit discount for Acorn students and graduates? Great question. So just go to aromatics.com.
The discount is already there.
The discount is already there. So here I am. I'm at aromatics.com and it is small font. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to just refresh this. I think I've done it.
Search ACP in the search.
Yep. So what you can do, I want to just go to our homepage here. Is what I would like to do. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go to aromatics.com. That's where you go. Then you can, there's different ways to do this. You can search ACP kit and it will pop right up. Click there.
It's also, you're a little too in there, so it won't show up, but it's also on the top bar.
I'm a little too in there. That was the problem. So go to Aromatherapy Certification Kit. Again, this is for all existing students and grads and new students enrolling today and through April 29.
May 1.
No, April 29.
Oh, okay.
You have until May 1 to get your supplies.
Okay.
You have until April 29 to enroll and get the bonus package for new students.
Okay.
Those are the two different dates. We probably should have made them the
Well,
same
we
date,
extended
but we
the
did not.
kit just a little bit, another couple of days, just so you had time to be able to look at what supplies you have, what supplies that you need.
Yep. So then you go through, you can get all of the supplies, or if you're like, that's kind of a lot, I just signed up for a certification program, I would like to save up, you can still get discounts. You can get up to, if you select 10 products, you can get up to 20%. There's ways, and you can also, there's ways to build slowly into, you don't have to get the complete kit. You can get a few oils at a time as we go through the year together.
Right.
Yes. So we have 2 new students to welcome. We have Jacqueline and Meredith. Congratulations, Jacqueline and Meredith. You'll be getting all of your bonuses. We can't wait to chat with you right away inside of our school community with the Aromatherapy Certification Companion Journey, that 12-month companion journey. Now, one cool thing about that, we want to give new students and students who would like to do the program again or jump back in time to get acclimated. So we're having our first kickoff welcome ceremony for that community May 13. And then it will be the first Tuesday of every month for a year. We will have a general topic, but then a Q&A about whatever you'd like to talk about. So there'll be a focus, but also time for you to bring questions and you have access to us. It's our office hours.
And those are always recorded because not everyone can join us live at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
A lot of people do join us live, but if you can't, let's show them where it's going to be located in the school program.
Okay.
So, and there'll be a link here to school that we'll put so you can easily access it. It's easy to find. So if you go up into classroom every month, right now, you can go into welcome and you'll be able to download this PDF. And this PDF is going to walk you through what to expect, our different dates that we're going to be meeting live, just information about this journey program, this companion journey program. And these live events, let's go back to the space. The live events will always be under classroom. Okay, under classroom, we're going to be meeting via Zoom.
So we'll send you a link and post the link prior to each session. You click the link and you join us.
And there's other places. You can go over to calendar.
Oh, yeah.
And on the calendar, I don't have them there yet, but you will see, you can click on that calendar link and there'll be a link in there that is connected to where we're meeting on Zoom and you can meet us there.
Well, what a cute little sloth you put in.
I know, isn't that cute?
That is so cute. Now, you can also chat with members here in direct message. You can, I love this feature. You can see where everyone is right now. And this is our existing students and grads who said, yeah, I want to go through this experience with you. And if you're on chat right now, you are an existing student or grad, you have access to this. So you have an email in your inbox where you can click the link and get right into this community right now. If you didn't get an email, just email us team@aromahead.com. We'll get access to you. But look at all these amazing folks all over the world who are in here, and it's just fun to see where everyone is.
And that will keep populating as we bring people in, to new students into this community, as well as our current students and graduates.
Yep.
So there's another place you can go to under the main chats
Community.
and you see there's little designations at the top here, different categories at the top. So you can click those categories, and there's one on live event dates. This is just a quick little, there's community guidelines that everyone needs to read. There's
announcements.
Let's go to the date one there. Live dates at a glance, the second one down.
Okay.
And this will very quickly show you, like if you don't want to look at the calendar or refer to your PDF, you can quickly look at the dates at a glance.
Now, I would encourage you to come in right away. Let's go back to all. Come right here. It says new to our ACP companion journey. Start here. Come down and introduce yourself. Let us know where you're tuning in, where you are joining from, and let us know your goal. If you do have a business, we would love to know about that. We love to support our students and grads with their businesses. We ask that you mention it here. You can also put a link in your profile, and then those are the two places we want you to mention your businesses, and we'll keep the majority of everything else to discussions about the oils and so forth. So we want you to mention your business, your offering, whatever it might be, your Etsy shop, your blog, just either here in this introduction post and then in your profile links. And then that will be allow folks to find you and to support you. Then we'll keep the majority of the discussion to amazing topics and conversation around oils and whatever it is we want to talk about over here. And you can start a discussion at any time. You can come up here, say something, post something, select a little GIF, select a category, post. Only I and Karen can email out to all members.
Well, we have a couple of new members to welcome.
We do. Now, we've gone over our 10 aromaspheres, but we are able to offer anyone who enrolls now while we're live till the end of our time being live, we will honor this and we'll give you an aromasphere as well. So Candace,
Thank you for doing
I know, I looked over to make sure we could do that, and we can do that. And we have Candace and Teresa will also be getting aromaspheres. Thank you so much for enrolling with us. Just because you're number 11 or 12, we don't want you to miss out on the aromaspheres. So anyone who enrolls right now through the end of our time together live will also be getting aromaspheres as an extra bonus.
So it can be confusing at first when you start a new program to know where you're supposed to be. Yeah. I join a lot of programs and it's always the same for me. I'm like, what happens now? Where do I go? So you'll be getting emails. The first place that you're going to go is you'll be logging into your aromatherapy certification program. You have instant access to the entire program. There's an orientation that you'll be going through. And when we have our first meetup on May 13, we will go over, a lot of things in that orientation so that we're prepared for our monoterpene event, which is lesson 3. All this sounds like, oh no, I can't remember all this, but you will. It's going to be laid out for you in your emails that are coming up. We're in here in our school program that you can ask questions, we can keep you connected, and you can always email us at team@aromahead.com. We have a lot of live events this year going forward. We have our live event in our school program going through our 12-month journey, which is going hand in hand with the main ACP program. And then we're also connecting in our Thrive Live events every month.
Which, let's go over to my computer. The great thing about Thrive is that you have access to the Thriving Aromatherapist archives, which is pretty cool. So we have structured it around an oil each month, and we give you different articles each week.
We have the oil within the plant where we really get and dig deep. And this month it was oregano.
Yep.
And those of you who are joining, you will also be able to get our Oregano Thrive Live, which is in May, the first part of May.
Yeah. I know.
That's just the way it worked out,
And
even though it's for April.
And you can go and see past live events. You can watch past live events, which
This
is
is
pretty
our
cool.
live event space, but we have a replay space under our idea collections.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
And there's event replays, and we have we have 2 years worth of event replays in here. So maybe you're wanting to take a deep dive into Tulsi. That's an oil that we don't study in our ACP program, but you're really interested in that oil. You can watch that replay. There are articles connected with that every month. The first week we have the oil within the plant. The second week that comes out, we feel it's really important for you to get to know the plant itself, or the tree, or the plant part that the oil comes from. So we have the plant behind the oils, beautifully done. And then we have our third article that comes out that puts all of our information into how do I use this oil? We do a case study that shows, we dig down into how to easily use this oil in a very a way that makes sense to us as aromatherapists and as learning aromatherapists, hands-on experience.
Yes.
So we have our case study that goes through. And then the fourth week, there is a special, it might be a meditation with the plant. It might be tips and tricks on how to support yourself as an aromatherapist. And then we have our live event. There's an email that will come out before the live event that kind of highlights each of our different articles that we did throughout the month, and a short little quiz. Whether you had time to read the articles or not, it will give you a lot of information. Then we bring it all together in our live event.
Yes, and I would love to know too. Let's head back over here to our slides. I'd love to know, those of you who have just enrolled, or you're thinking about enrolling, which of these bonuses are you most excited about? We've got the 40% off the full kit. We've got the companion community, the companion journey community. Maybe you're very excited about A&P, and bless you. We need more of you. Or the 1-year membership to Thrive, the Master Series collection, or your enrollment to our Aromatics Professional Discount Program. Which of these bonuses are you most excited about? And I really want to welcome a new student. Susan, I'm in. Welcome. There's two different Susans. Two different Susans just enrolled. So Susans, thank you so much for enrolling, and each of you will be getting your own aromaspheres. You won't have to share.
The aromaspheres will be placed into, like if you're ordering products as well, it'll be placed in that box of your order.
Yes.
There was a question.
If not, we'll ship them to you. And if you're outside of the US and you are getting aromaspheres today, we will give you a gift card instead of aromaspheres. That's getting very technical. So just email us at team@aromahead.com. We'll explain that. International shipping is a little, it works just fine, but every country is a little different. I don't want to get in the weeds with that, but if you're in the US, you're getting aromaspheres.
And I want to, let's see, Noelle, for the Thrive membership, if you are an ACP student and you're not a new student coming in, we have opened up Thrive. And if I forgot to do that, I think
we forgot to open Thrive. So Thrive, you can only enroll once per year, typically. So if you would like to become a member of Thrive, you are an ACP, you want to become a member of Thrive, we're going to open that up for you either right now or email us at team@aromahead.com and we'll get you in.
you can choose a payment plan. You can choose paying once, which you get 2 or 3 free months, I forget. But it is a fabulous community. You won't regret being part of that community, whether you're an ACP student or whether you're not an ACP student. You can still join the Thrive membership program. And I think as we're talking here, Jaren's going to make sure that that Thrive is open so that you can join. Those of you who are brand new students, however, this is part of your bonus package. You'll receive a special link to sign up with, and you'll have free access for the full program, for the full Thrive, all of the 24 months that we have done plus, with that special link that you'll be getting in your email.
Now, I want to go back and revisit the big reason that you're here today, that really big, deep reason that's bringing you here, that you popped in at the beginning of our event today. Whether that's something for yourself that you're wanting to help manage, whether that's somebody in your life, whatever that big reason is that's bringing you here. You're not here on accident. You're here because this is an opportunity you're considering. I would love for you to, again, imagine it's a year from now. It's April of 2026. You have confidence. You have a ton of new friends who you're interacting with. You have that community of support. I would love for you to put in that one word of how you feel. Maybe you feel content, confident, excited. What's that one word? It's 12 months from now. You are in your program, either through your program. It's self-paced, however pace makes sense for you. Some people come in and complete it in 6 months. Some people take a couple of years. There's no right or wrong path to that. Some people take 10 years. There's no right or wrong. Some people never want to finish the program. They want access to the events, the community, and the knowledge. The goal is not about completion. Everyone has a different path, but pop in the word that makes you 12 months from now, you're in the community, you are feeling more confident with your oils. What's that word that comes to mind? And let us know in the chat.
All right. And when we're done with that, I'd like to see those words too. Confident, confident. I really want to show them a little more in the program.
I'd love to do that too. And accomplished, I love that so much. Empowered. Hello, Emiliano. Nice to see you here. We've got more confident, enriched, professional. I love that. I love that. All right. So you would like to go into the program. One thing
Yes.
that I'd love to show them inside the program that's pretty cool is that if you're brand new to oils and this is the first time you're hearing this, just stick with me. Now, when you're learning anything for the first time, as a learner, we typically need to hear it 3 times before we start to feel comfortable. So if you're brand new to oils and you are feeling a little overwhelmed, that's okay.
That's
Be
okay.
kind
Yes.
and patient with yourself. I came to this world from a humanities background, from the world of books and history and working with high school kids. And I came into lesson 1 and I went through it probably 10 times. And then I started to relax and I started to learn the language of this world. And I got it. And I was then able to tie my shoelaces and get running. Karen comes from science. She comes from a nursing background, a healthcare background. She was able to just blitz through at a very quick pace because of her background knowledge. So all of us as learners are going to have a different experience with the material. So be really gentle and kind to yourself as you're learning, either refreshing, learning for the first time, going through. I just want to assure you of that. Now, every essential oil has recommended safety that comes along with it. And I would like to, let's see, here we go. This is where we are. There are oils that are phototoxic. If you put them on your skin in a carrier in a higher dilution than recommended, you're going to get a chemical burn. So this is something that Karen just did not that long ago, just 2 months ago.
Yeah, just a few months ago. Let's go to Jenny's screen.
She created a calculator so that you are able to avoid that.
So I have created a lot of calculators. As many of you know, if you're an ACP student, you can also apply to join the internal usage course that I have put together. And I have a lot of calculators in there. But this is, by the way, this is our welcome and orientation that you'll be first going through when you come into this program. This is what you'll see. Let me just go back to the dashboard for just a second here. This is your own personal dashboard. And so when you're in here, all of your courses will show up in your dashboard.
And I'm logged into our general team account. Okay. And so it will show 7% complete, but this is for our team to have access to any of the courses to help our students.
So you would just go into your ACP program, and then you would go into your welcome and orientation. Okay, you would watch the video from Jenny and I, tell you all about the program, what to expect. You'll meet your instructors as well. You'll meet myself, you'll meet Jenny. There's information on Andrea Bouget, as you'll be seeing her in many of the videos. Talks about the supplies, talks about the student forum that you're going to want to join. There's a lot of things to go through. And then there's our aromatherapy quick start orientation, where you'll learn about the different buzzwords that you hear us talking about. Safety information, how to understand our data sheets. I showed you the sweet orange data sheet. And we go down, and then here is our how to use the phototoxicity safety calculator. And here's the calculator itself,
which is pretty cool.
And this calculator itself helps us to know that if we go over, we need 2.4 drops of bergamot and 1 ounce of carrier. And that sounds like Greek to you right now, but this will start making sense. And if I decide to put 4 drops in, it says, whoops, you've gone over the limit and you're in danger of getting a phototoxic burn or worse. So you think, okay, well, I'm going to put 3 in there. Click that. I'm still there. Let's go back down to our 2, and now I'm in the safe blend. So maybe I want to blend lemon with some lime. And lime, by the way, if it is steam distilled, it's not cold pressed. And sweet orange is never. I see you probably can't hear me because I'm away from my.
That's true.
From Mike. So maybe you can hear me in Jenny.
You're over in Margot.
I'm in Margot.
Margot's got you.
So it helps you to make safe blends very easily without having to think too hard about it.
Which is pretty cool.
So that is one thing. So, and then we get into the lesson 1 is our monoterpenes, and that's our first in July, is when we first start going through our essential oils together. Now you can go through this much faster. You don't have to wait for us. But our live events, you can still join. It'll make a lot of sense to you what we're doing. And then you can collapse what we're doing here. We go into lesson 2, same thing, sesquiterpenes. We learn all about solubles. We learn all about some history. We get into some oils and carriers, and then we get into the sesquiterpene chemical family, just like we did with the monoterpenes, where we get into these specific essential oils. There's a webinar that you don't want to miss. It goes into some specific oils and their therapeutic effects that you can see really quickly as we're going through, as we're studying the different chemical components. There's lots of charts to help keep us organized and to help keep us to know how to blend appropriately. And then we go through our lesson 3, which is monoterpenols and sesquiterpenols. Lesson 4, our phenols, aldehydes, and ketones. We get into our esters, oxides, and ethers. And then we get into pregnancy, our lactones, our coumarins, and different alternative blending methods like blending with plant part. We bring it all together. We'll be going over how to do case studies, what that's all about, how to do your research paper, which many people never do, but a lot of people do their research paper, different assessments, all the data sheets for every essential oil that we're studying. And then not only that, but we will be looking at our GC reports. So for instance, we're talking about black pepper. We go into the GC report, and they're all listed down below as well. And we find out what is in this oil that we're studying. Why is it in the monoterpenes, or why is it in a specific chemical family, why is it in the monoterpenes and the sesquiterpenes? And that's because it has a high percentage of chemical components in that family. Now,
and while we're doing this, if there's anything specifically you would like for us to show you inside the class, just pop in a chat. But I didn't want to cut you off. You're doing such a good job.
Yes, anything specifically here, but it is a well-rounded program that you're just going to love. And as Jenny said, we get into the monoterpenes and you think, this is the first time I've heard this information. I'm going to watch this video again.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that it's going to make sense to you because of our teaching style. It's very easy to understand. We put it together. We take hard information and put it together in a really meaningful way for students.
So we would love to know, those of you who are still here and you've gone through our event today, you've seen inside of the program, looked at the new student enrollment bonus package, and you're sitting there and you're thinking and you're wondering, is this for me? I'd love to know if that's you. If you're here and you're wondering if this is for you, if you could specifically type in a 4 into the chat, that will let us know that you're thinking. And we want to hold you in a special space right now because it's a big decision. It's an exciting decision. For us, it's a no-brainer because we know how wonderful it is. And we've seen students go through the program. We've seen what it can do, what doors it can unlock, what windows it can open. But you haven't seen that. You are there wondering if this is for you or not. So type in a 4 if you are like, I'm not sure. I think I might want to do this, but I'm not sure. Pop in a 4. And again, we would love to sit with you, be here with you as you're making this decision, and help you with your pros and cons list.
I like that.
Yep.
What's your pros and cons list?
Right. So pop in your 4. If you are, thank you, Chris, for popping that in. Chris is Mom Aromas. If you're still here, this is for you. All right, there's our 4s. I knew you were here. If you're popping in a 4 and you're on the fence, let us know specifically what is it that is holding you back. So if you've just popped in a 4, now follow that up with either a question or what is it that's holding you back so that we can be here and we can help you work through the things that are holding us back. We all have that. Sometimes it can be an insecurity of, do I have enough time to do this? Do I have enough experience to do this? We all come to these decisions with different things that we're like, I'm just not sure. So let us know in the chat.
Well, there is the thing about those of you who are looking for a new career,
right?
A new career in working with essential oils, working with people with their different health issues, coming up with different blends for them. Maybe you're making blends or you're really excited about making products for yourself, for your family, and maybe even for things like farmers market, your own website. There's so many opportunities. There was a lot of people who came in during COVID because everyone lost their jobs in different areas. People weren't going out to restaurants as they were, and there were several students who were looking for new ways to be able to support themselves in a modality that excited them and brought them great fulfillment when they were working with other people to heal, not just themselves, but to bring healing to other people as well. Is extremely fulfilling.
So I will say, if it is, because we're right here in the chat with you, if it's finances that are holding you back, we do have those amazing payment plan options available that you're able to access. And if it's finances that are holding you back and it's just, we want to make sure that you have your monthly expenses covered, this might not be the time for you. We want to make sure that this feels like something that isn't such a stretch that it's going to put you out or put your family out. And so we want you to know that we're going to be here for you sometime, maybe this fall, down the road. So if it's feeling like it's just not viable financially, we will be here for you down the road. So we want you to put a bookmark in all of this and circle back to it. If it's feeling like a financial decision that it's within reach. You're just not sure. We want to assure you that the community and the knowledge and the money you can save by making products that remove toxins from your home alone, the money you can save by making all your own products is worth it. You're able to do cost saving measures by learning how to do your own everything at home. And so there's ways to make money as well, by hosting workshops and doing different things that we can get into in the program, to help you along the way. There's no guarantee or promise of that, but we have had students who have done that to help support themselves through the program.
So, Jan, I'm so glad you put this in here. I'm afraid there's too much chemistry and not enough plant parts, energetic properties. I'm not good with chemistry. I'll tell you a secret.
Yes.
Jenny says I came from a chemistry background. That's because I had to study chemistry.
We were both terrified of chemistry.
We were terrified of chemistry. I was not good in chemistry. I barely made chemistry. And so when I heard the word chemistry as well, I'm
Yes.
like, oh no, not again. It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like the chemistry that you take when you're in high school and college at all. It's so easy to go through and it starts to make sense. If I had known this chemistry before doing regular chemistry, it would have been a whole different story for me.
Yes. I will say too, that Andrea and Cindy felt the same around chemistry. I would say that some people love chemistry. Some people are drawn to the energetics and the emotional properties, but it's important to know the chemistry. At Aromahead, we've made learning the chemistry easy and fun. Our essential oil chemistry is not simple. The way we teach essential oil chemistry is very accessible for any level of learner with any comfort level with science or chemistry. We just really want to really emphasize that point.
I also want to say that the Aromahead Institute, the certification program, is a level 1 and a level 2. You'll see other aromatherapy programs out there. We are not the most expensive aromatherapy program, but you'll see just level 1. That doesn't get you to a certified aromatherapist. It's level 1 and level 2.
Let's hop up. So what Karen's referring to is there are different professional organizations, NAHA and AIA, and those are the levels that you're talking about. The certification program here at Aromahead meets the requirements for all of that.
Meets the requirements if you want to be a certified aromatherapist.
Yes.
Then the level 1, level 2 gives you the opportunity to, yes, I'm a certified aromatherapist. When you finish the program, the certification program at the Aromahead Institute, you will then have a certificate that you'll have on your wall that says, yes, I am a certified aromatherapist. If you want to be, and that is the level 1, level 2 requirements that have been set out there for us so that we can all have what do you say? Standardization.
Yep. Everyone has the same level of your stuff. And when you're an Aromahead grad, we have a very solid reputation. You know your stuff. Not every school has that reputation. We have that reputation. So when you graduate and we give you your certificate of completion, it just means you are an expert aromatherapist. You are a professional level aromatherapist.
There's a lot of live events. There's a lot of recorded events that are right in the course, a lot of blending videos. We do a lot of blending live as well. You have your case study instructors that are right there with you if you decide to do your case studies.
I will say too, so finances are definitely a thing, right? We definitely understand that and we want to honor that. You do not need to get the kit, to be clear. You can enroll in your certification program and you can work with whatever oils you have, or you can go through the exercises without having the oils. That is absolutely just fine. You do not need to have that kit. You will have the 30% off to aromatics. You can buy oils as you would like to throughout the year, or 2 or 3. So that's something to just, if finances are tight, you can grab one of those payment plans and start right away and start interacting with the community right away without having that extra expensive oils. It's just a way for us to give you the gift of supplies if you would like to do that.
So the 48 oils that we study, and I'm talking, Cheryl brought up a good point. She feels like one of the things that feels intimidating is the number of oils that we study. So the 48 oils is what actually makes us eligible for an ACP certification. Now we break that down into very easy months. Maybe monoterpenes. When you get to the monoterpenes, we showed you that list of oils. You might take 2 or 3 months to go through those oils. And as we go through our energetic and emotional that is accompanying those, we take just a couple oils every week, 2 or 3 oils every week as we work with those 3 different oils. And if you don't have those oils, you might have other oils that you have on hand that we can be working with at the same time, or you can purchase them as you are able to. So there's so many different ways of doing it. And the 48 seems like a lot of oils, and it is a lot of oils. But those are oils that are used a lot in the aromatherapy world with aromatherapists and making different blends, making grounding blends or uplifting blends or blends for colds and flus, or we choose different oils for digestive issues or nausea, and different oils yet for sleep blends. So that's why there's a variety of different oils. You may never use 5 of the oils that we're talking about. They may never come across your counter or your blending area, but you do know about them so that you are knowledgeable about the safety. If you should decide, or somebody is blending with tarragon, for instance, we do study tarragon. There's a lot of safety issues with that. Would you ever blend with that? You may not ever blend with that. I hope that answers your question.
That was, yes. And we have a new student to welcome. I want to warmly welcome Megan. Congratulations, Megan. And we will be giving you your Aromaspheres too. I would love to say we have had such an amazing time with you. We will be wrapping up very shortly. So if you would like to enroll and get the entire bonus package, you can do so by April 29 at midnight Eastern time. You are able to get the extra bonus of the Aromaspheres if you enroll in the next, I would say, 5 minutes.
That's right.
So there's 2 little deadlines, and it's absolutely fine to take time with this decision, to sit with it, to talk with someone in your life. And if that's you, if you want to take that time to talk to someone in your life, pop in a 7 so we know to jump up and down. Your name will be coming in later before April 29. We just know that it might not be the time for you to enroll right now, but we want to just hold you and say thank you for going through that process and having those conversations and thinking about that as well.
Well, that's fantastic. So such great questions, and we're going to have so much fun with this group.
Yes, and to circle back to payment plans, it can get down to as low as $100 a month when you use the Klarna Afterpay option. And if you have any trouble with that, just email us, team@aromahead.com, and we can help you through that.
So lots of options for you because there's so many different
Yes.
Situations.
There's so many different situations.
That's right. So
yes,
you can start anytime. The course, as soon as you sign up, the course is available to you right away. We have some people who might sign up and they can't start for 3 months.
I was just going to say, if I was going to time travel back to when I was still teaching high school English to teenagers, I would be so interested in enrolling. I'd also be like, guys, it's May, almost May. I don't have time to do this. I'll have time in the summer, but I do not have time right now. I'm barely keeping it together. What I would advise that Jenny to do would be to enroll, get the bonus package secured, purchase oils if I would like at the 40% off, and then just wait. Don't do anything. Attend the open ceremony for the companion experience, May 13. Start to ease in by having some conversations in that community. Start to ease in. And honestly, if I was still working a fully different job full time, up to what I was doing 70 hours a week, I would give myself a 3 to 5 year window to go through the program, realistically. Working at my own pace, digesting it, that's the route I would have recommended I do if that is relatable to any of you.
Yes, you might jump on and spend 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay, I've got 10 minutes to look at this. The important thing is to realize that you can come back anytime you want, over and over again. And that's the beauty of this program.
Yep.
All of our Aromahead Institute courses are lifetime access.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, there's a lot of schools that don't have that feature.
Yep.
I was in another program and related to aromatherapy, and I was really excited about it, but I was teaching, I was completely immersed in what I was doing, and I just couldn't get to it. And I finally found myself ready to go. A whole year had gone by. I don't know where it had gone. And I went into it and said, sorry, you no longer have access. And I paid a good amount of money for that.
And you lost it.
And I lost it.
And that will not happen to you here.
And I just didn't realize that that was going to happen. And that's not going to happen to you here, is
Nope.
right. You will be able to have lifetime access.
Yes. Great question, Vivian. You do not need to purchase the entire kit. You can absolutely get 5 oils, no oils, work at your own pace, and do what is calling to you when it comes to getting the supplies that you need.
Exactly right. And I'll give you a little clue. Since you're going to be in the Thrive membership program and you think, I only need two oils. That's all I'm going to purchase is our 2 oils.
You can do that down the road.
You can do that down the road.
You can do that in July.
You can do that in July.
Yes. And
you can do that with different discounts available to you at different times.
Absolutely. And we always like to email out and remind and keep track of you and encourage you along the way with that.
So I think you can
we're-
wait till you're ready, Vivian, for sure. Absolutely.
Yep.
We give different options because different people like to purchase it in different ways.
Yep.
So it's always your option as to how, when, and where.
All right, let's head back over to slides. This has been such an amazing time with you. We have had so much fun connecting with existing students in our certification program, grads, and welcoming in new students into the experience. If you're planning on enrolling between now and April 29, thank you so much. We want to extend a really warm welcome to you. If you enrolled while we were during our event today, thank you for doing that. We're just so excited for your journey as well. And if you know that you want to do this down the road, now is just not the right time. We're really excited to welcome you in when it is the right time.
So well said, Jenny. And if you were to purchase some oils just to begin with, and I just saw that question come in and it just kind of zipped by me. Oh, Candace, if you were to, no, actually, where did that go? Anyways, if you were to purchase some essential oils just to start with, I would go to your monoterpene section in your ACP course, and you can start those. You don't even have to get those right away, but choose 5 oils from the monoterpenes. Some of the oils we study in more than just the monoterpenes. Some of them are in a different family that we're going to study in a different aspect there. But if you select 5 essential oils, you'll be able to use those. They'll take you for a long ways if you want to just do that.
Yes, absolutely. And when it comes to time and pacing out your studies, it's a really powerful thing we've been talking a lot about in our different communities. If you just sit down and do something for 15 minutes a day, you will make incredible progress in the certification program in little to no time at all. If you just commit to that 15 minutes a day, you will be well on your way. And 6 months from now, you will be well on your way to completion of the program. It just adds up, even those just little 15-minute chunks at a time. And chances are 15 minutes turns into 20 or 25. It just happens because it's interesting and it is very engaging and it keeps you wanting to learn more.
And all of our live events, we do record. So if somebody misses a live event, it's there.
Yes.
If they should join a little bit later, that live event is there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've answered all of the questions.
I think we have. Let's just see here if there's anything else we want to cover.
All right.
All right. I think we have.
We have. Well, thank
Let me
you
get
again.
my glasses on and get a closer look here.
Thank you again for taking the time. If you're watching this replay sometime between now and April 29th, thank you for watching the replay and taking the time to do so. We know not everyone can make the live events. And if you're watching the replay and you're enrolling right now, we are sending high fives through your screen to you. So thank you for doing that. And we can't wait to see you inside of the companion experience and Thrive and in your certification program. It's a wealth of support and knowledge and love you're about to experience. So we're very excited for that.
So Jenny has more emails coming to you. Watch your inbox for those of you who have signed up as students, and for those of you who have participated, you'll also get some information in your inbox.
Absolutely. Again, thank you so much, and we will see you again next time. Bye for now.